Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with Ion Cinema, here to review Pig, the directorial debut of Michael Sarnowski, which Neon is releasing July 16, 2021. Of course, it stars Nicolas Cage as a hermit in the wilderness outside of Portland who lives off the grid alone with his truffle hunting pig. And every Thursday, Amir, played by Alex Wolff, comes to buy these truffles from him. And that's all we get to know. It seems that there are some objects lying around in this cabin that suggest he was fleeing a past life after a personal trauma with a woman's name on a tape. All of a sudden one night though, two people rush into his home and beat him down and steal his pig, and then there we are off on what seems to be like it's going to be a John Wick-esque narrative, or even the recent Mandy starring Nicolas Cage, where he has to retrieve the woman abducted from him. But it really isn't anything like that. It takes a minute for Sarnowski and the writer Vanessa Block to kind of get where we're going to, but at midway point there's kind of an emotional click where this film really starts to blossom, which is kind of interesting, especially considering what we're used to from Cage, who is face bloody, wandering around Portland in this Lynchian underbelly of the food and belly industry. There's a lot of weird, interesting elements, but instead of relying on kooky, it gets empathetic. There's a sequence where we of course find that Cage is actually a chef named Robin Feld who left 15 years ago following said personal tragedy. So in his wake there are a whole bunch of people in his industry that respect, admire, or even hate him. But he visits a fancy restaurant called Eurydice, which I think Block and Sarnowski are keying us into the Greek mythology of Orpheus and Eurydice, and the difficulty in going back to the hell of your past to find a loved one, in this sense being a pig, I think works really well. Alex Wolff has a very Jason Schwartzman vibe about him, which of course is interesting with the Coppola Cage element. But after this scene in the restaurant where he confronts an old employee, everything goes along. It's strange, but it also oddly emotional, and then finally we're introduced to a character played by Adam Arkin who has significant ties. Overall, I think Pig, if you're a Nicolas Cage fan, is must see, but I'm a little bit speechless about how surprised I am at the emotional peaks of the film. Overall, I would give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IonCinema.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.